Not the most convincing of starts to our tenure. We are back for Brighton in the league, Stoke in the cup, wins all round, happy days. Come back to our second episode. Villa have actually announced who the replacement of Gerrard is, in real life as well as in here. Here's me, in the game. As I said, we haven't had the most convincing of starts. We'll go into that in the games a little bit more detail. The club balance is less than 3 million. Well, it's 3 million in arrears, basically. We have still got 30 million to play with. I'm spending a fair whack of that on someone that starts the game at 15. You've probably got an idea of who it is. But should it come through, I'll then announce him to you. Danny Ings is doing all right for us. As a team, we are in 14th, which isn't the best, but we're going to drag him up. Perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. Before we jump into the episode, though, in its entirety, if you would do me the favour of liking and subscribing, show support would be greatly appreciated. So our first game after the Brentford game was very familiar. We played a team from London. We took the lead early. We conceded 2 goals. We lost 2-1. Kind of just is what it is. But it was away against Tottenham, so it's not unexpected. And it showed decent signs for us. We followed that up with another London team. We scored first, but there were no other goals. It was a 1-0 for us against Fulham. If we have a little glance at the stats, they definitely show that Fulham should have won the game. But they didn't. It's the main thing. Moving away from London, we shuffled all the way up to the city of Leeds and came home with nothing. Big fat nothing. They beat us 1-0. It was much more of an even game. They just happened to score the goal and we didn't. No one particularly performed very well on our side, unfortunately. And then most recently, we were back down in the south for a 0-0. And then most recently, we had a home game against Bournemouth where we had a 0-0. Again, pretty even game, but nothing particularly too exciting from us. And here we be, our team for the game against Brighton, still on that south coast. We have Martinez in goal, Cash, Bednarek, Konsa and Digne as our back four. Louise playing just behind. It has Dendoncker and Sanson, but I'm going to swap those two around in a minute. Bailly, Watkins and Ings up top. So obviously, we're not wanting Dendoncker and those to be our creative midfielders. So we'll put Coutinho in. Actually, you know what? We'll swap him to be the more defensive of the two. So that can be John McGinn. Why the hell not? We do have as well, kind of, had a little look at Emery's tactics, seeing if I can put them into this kind of team at the moment. It scares me. I don't know how I'm going to get it to work in FM. There was one of them where he plays a 4-1-4-1, where like he wants his wide midfielders to come in, his fullback to come up, so it almost becomes like a 2-1-3-3. So that is plausible, but I'm just training it for them so they get nice and familiar with it. And then there's another one that he plays, which is like a 4-4-2, where he's kind of the left winger becomes like a kind of a number 10. Doesn't really play out wide much, allowing the fullback to cover up the gap. So it becomes kind of a front three with these guys. Kind of evolves into almost a 4-2-3-1. Almost. With kind of Louise dropping back or going out wide. I say Louise, obviously it's not Louise. It's just the player that's playing the position that Louise is currently sat in. He's not going to be playing up top for Emery. Do you know what? He may very well do. Who am I to criticise? Do what you want, Umai. Umai? That's not his name. Let's just move on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I got distracted by calling Emery by the wrong name. Accidentally went into the game with this 4-4-2. So I have started Douglas Luiz up top. And you know what? He's done a fantastic job. So anything's possible. I am going to go back, put him at the base of the midfield. They're not going to have a clue what's hit him. My players aren't going to have a clue what's hit him. Nobody quite understands what's going on. But it's going to result in a scoring from this before we change back from the 4-4-2, isn't it? It's not. It definitely isn't. So Veltman has the ball out on that right side. Lamptey pushing up from right back. Cuts it in. Conson makes the interception. Okay, no, we've still got it. Louise. Deep line forward. What's he playing at? Estupinan on the left side. Worked really well under Emery at... wow, what a clearance at Villarreal. My defender and their striker fell over each other. Nearly rolled into the corner. Digne makes the clearance. What a lad. Cash had a free kick there. Played it short. Somehow didn't find his teammate. Douglas Luiz on the ball. Back at the base of midfield. Back to Bednarek, all the way back to Martinez. We've got a fullback wide open, Konsa, and Bednarek getting on the ball. They're pushing up very high, but very narrow. So all we need to do is feed the ball out to one of the fullbacks, but they apparently weren't feeling it. Webster puts it in towards Colwell. Oh, Ings makes the interception. So he's going into the area. Just give the ball back. Fair enough. So we've got 15 minutes left. We've made 3 subs. Brought in Dendoncker, Kuchin, and Archer up top. Bringing off Ings, Watkins, and John McGinn. Hopefully we'll see something come of it. We've definitely had much better of the game, which is good. Results not quite there. Performance is. We can work on it. It's fine. So we have our lineup for the game against Stoke. We're starting off with Olsen in goal. Gilbert, Konsa, Mings, and Augustinsson across the back 4. Douglas Luiz at the base of midfield with Dendoncker and Coutinho in the middle. Buendia, Patterson, and Archer as the top 3. So Travis Patterson is a 17-year-old. He looks alright. Could do potentially a decent job for us. He has some potential of ability as well, which I can't remember where it is. Ability, I'll probably do it. Yeah, looks like he might be a decent player for us. Everyone knows Cameron Archer. He should be doing a good job up there as well. Stats definitely show that he's capable, as does his value, about 20 million possibly. And Gilbert gets neglected as flip at Villa, which is kind of fair because he was. But in the game, he looks pretty strong. He's about on even keel with Cash, Chambers, Konsa, and Bednarek, all on that right back position. So he could do a pretty good job for us in the game. And Augustinsson is the left wing back we've got on loan from Sevilla, I believe. Yeah. So he should do a good job as well. Fox, with a free kick quite deep, puts it towards kind of the right hand side. It's nodded away. Smallbone goes to put it in. Olsen's going to collect that easily. We're going to trigger a break for us now, aren't we? Go on, lad. Throws it out to Konsa on the right side. Coutinho, back to Douglas Luiz. And out to Gilbert on that right side. Buendia puts Archer through. He's got a lot of space in front of him. Sticks the ball in the net. I mean, what more could I ask for? Nice little break. Gilbert puts it out to Buendia. Thingy makes the run. Archer picks up the ball from Buendia. And just, do you know what? Doesn't even stab it, poke it. Pops it in the bottom left-hand corner. Top work, lad. Fox with a throw in for Stoke on their left side. They're used to Cameron Archer just coming over, causing havoc. He decimated the championship last year. He didn't, but he did all right. Brown puts the ball across. Campbell, it's on level footing almost immediately. That's far from ideal. Sutar puts the ball forward towards Campbell. We're going to pick that ball up with Konsa, knocks it back to Olsen and boots it upfield. Archer's probably not going to have the ability to bring that down against Flint. Bonham with Stokes' defence, moving the ball forward. Again, another hoofed ball up from him. Gilbert collects this time. We're going to just make a nice pass. Buendia. Back out to Gilbert. And into Konsa. So, we're nice little attack here. Buendia wasn't able to pick that up, unfortunately. Fox. Campbell. I don't know where this. Oh no, Smallbone's into the area. Thank God he's managed to put that wide. Because if I get knocked out to Stoke, I'll be pretty upset. Buendia with the ball on the right side. Gilbert has the possession, knocks it back into Konsa, and then all the way over to Mings. Nice little slow build-up again for us. Patterson puts it towards Sanson. Oh wait, no, Buendia. I'd stopped speaking because I just assumed the defender was going to nicely pick that up and just wasn't going to be a concern for him. Turns out it was a massive concern. We have looked like we're in control. Apart from the fact that we conceded immediately, it then gave them like a little burst into the game. But we seem to be taking control again now. Bonham collects that corner for Stoke quite easily. We have got about an hour on the clock. Both Patterson and Archer, well, neither of them were fresh going into the game, which isn't ideal. So we can bring those two out pretty soon, I'm thinking. But we got the ball out to Patterson on the left side. Knocks it back. Augustinsson puts it forward. Archer, for some reason, stops and has a chat with the ref rather than chasing the ball. Bonham launches it up. Mings is going to nod that. I thought back to the goalkeeper, but over to Gilbert. Put to Konsa. Forward into Sanson. Sound all French then, didn't I? Buendia at the right side. He's got Archer in the middle. Look at him. Look at him. He doesn't need space. Oh my God, we scored. Who needs it? I don't need it. Douglas Luiz has scored. What a guy. Coutinho has the ball in the middle, knocks it forwards towards Ings, straight back to Coutinho. Flint isn't able to collect, and he puts the ball over. Kilkenny with a free kick on the far side, puts it towards Laurent. How has he managed to squeeze that header in? I'm putting that all down to Robin Olsen. Don't care if it was his fault or not. He's getting the blame. This is just bad. Like, a back post, no one's marking him. He nods it across. The goalkeeper, for some reason, goes from here out, and then, for some reason, he's surprised when he's caught out at the near post. What a penis. Ings picks up the throw-in from Gilbert. Luiz, forward, brilliant ball over to Bailly, and it restores the lead instantly. Beautiful. So, they scored 79, we scored 80. Happy days. We're back in the lead. We'll drop some praise on the boys. We'll skip the highlight, don't need to watch it again. And we'll just go and win the pissing game. They should not have scored 2 goals. They should only have just scored 1 according to the XG. But, yeah, if you live your life on XG, you're going to be disappointed, aren't you, really? It's done, all over, happy days. Thank you very much. Let's just move on. That was a little bit more tense than it needed to be. So after that, we shall return. We have the 4th round of the EFL Cup. Should we manage to make it into the semis, I'll bring you back for that. So we'll do the second leg of that. Otherwise, we'll come back either for the 3rd round of the FA Cup, if it's a good draw, or for Chelsea at the end of the transfer window. So we'll see what comes back from the both of those. I do hope you've enjoyed today's episode, though. If you have, then do me the favour of liking and subscribing. As I mentioned earlier, it'll be beautiful. We have some items on screen now, so you can carry on watching. And thank you very much for your time.